Thank you all so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga. So for the sun salutes, come towards the top of your mat. I'm going to stand back and show you in periphery. Bring your feet close together. Take a moment just to stand up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. Take a breath. Just starting to arrive on your mat as you arrive for your yoga practice. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar A, sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, fold forward, arms with your head, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, shoulder width distance, step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, look forward, stomach in, and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor, or cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can pedal out your legs, bend one knee, straighten the other, lift your heels to the ceiling, and then press your heels down to the floor. If down dog is not working for you, come down onto your knees, take a child's pose instead, sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, root to rise, arms with your ears, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, back flat, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. If that lowering down motion does not work for your body, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale into your up dog or cobra. If you're doing up dog, make sure your thighs come off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, or take a child's pose. If you do want to do down dog, hug your elbows in, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Make sure you're not putting all of your weight in your wrists. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, hands together, arms with your ears, lift up, knees can bend. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one, inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhaling. Inhale, your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. For last down dog, try to get your heels on the floor. Keep your hands shoulder width distance, but you can separate your feet a little bit more if that makes your heels come to the floor. Elbows in, shoulders down. Look for your thighs behind you. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. We will now hop into our beloved 26 and 2 sequence. Bring your feet together, middle of your mat, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin for pranayama, deep breathing. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Concentrate, meditate. And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth. Sound head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale, chin down, slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly, push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, glue your ankle bones together, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up, lock your legs, weight stays in your heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale, suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up, even as you exhale, abdomen in, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly look back, slowly arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lungs empty, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, head down. So we're working on our lung capacity at the beginning of class. One day you expand your lungs kind of like a free diver. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in. On the next breath, push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue. Artichormasana with Tadasana, half moon with hands to feet pose. We'll stand back a little bit, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, nice tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day, and there's no rush. Know where you need to be. Nothing you have to prove to yourself or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through the nose. This is a tremendous gift that you've given yourself. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend your body to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down without bending your elbows or your knees. So if the knees and elbows start to bend, lift up a little bit, squeeze your palms together. Try to straighten your wrists, so palms together, arms with the ears, weight in your heels. Press your hips a little more forward, upper body back, push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open. Relax your head all the way back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your back, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. Whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching. Keep the weight in your heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, fold. Biceps with ears, hands to floor, drop your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Tadasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers, pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and gently start to lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Throughout the posture, keep stomach on thighs, chest on knees, eventually face to the shins, below the knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your big toes, find your edge, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, biceps with ears, knees can bend as you lift up. Very nice, arms down. And you stand a little taller, that's the whole goal. Second set, standing tall, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left. Lift your kneecaps, so squeeze your quadricep muscles, squeeze your gluteal muscles, push your hips further to the left, stretch your upper body to the right, and breathe in and out through your nose. Push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Notice when the right shoulder comes forward, does the left hip come back again? So try to keep the hips and shoulders, everything flat to the front of your back. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down without bending the elbows and knees. So you simultaneously want to scoop the left shoulder forward and the right hip forward, right? So the armpits, the hips, the shoulders, the chest, everything is open to the front of your mat as if you could lean your whole body against a wall behind you without one hip or shoulder coming off of it. Keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your palms together, inhale, lengthen your arms, exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching. If your knees are bending, come up a little bit, keep the weight in your heels, squeeze your butt, push your hips forward, and bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, hands together, go down. Hands to floor, relax your head, go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight, no right or wrong. Second set, Padasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from behind. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Rather than bending the elbows out and lifting the shoulders up, bend the elbows back and bring the shoulders away from the ears towards the ceiling. Press your big toes down, try to keep knees together, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your big toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, hands together, knees can bend. Very nice, arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward, Ookatasana, step your right foot to the right, about hip width distance, 6 inches, insides of your feet, parallel like 11s, arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging, stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair, feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels, sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight, sit back more, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up maximum on your tiptoes like a ballerina. We're playing with balance. Stretch up first, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit down. Try to press your whole back, even the lower spine, against an imaginary wall behind you, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, lean back into a chair, but don't sit below chair level. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, keep your arms there, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down, and stop when there's a ½ inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, drop your shoulders, change, slowly come up, knees together, hips forward, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, same footprint, insides your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor, abdomen in, and start to lift up. Keep your shoulders soft, jaw relaxed, triceps tight, fingertips active, lift your chin up, chest up, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, press your hips a little forward, concentrate, meditate, levitate, lift your heels all the way up like somebody's stretching you up by your ponytail up towards the ceiling, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. So even though the knees are sitting down, you want to lengthen the spine up, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, last part, squeeze knees together, let your heels come a scotch off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight, change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Gharasana, look at your arms, identify which arm is right, which arm is left, don't mix them up. Keep in mind, I'm not mirroring you. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right under left. Cross first at the elbows, again, if you can at the wrists. One day, hands together, you can interlock fingers, grab a thumb, palms together. You can also grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. It doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down low, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm, left under right. Palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies away from your face. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down. Keep your hips down low and bring left leg over right leg, left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your left foot behind your right calf muscle. This side might feel a little or a lot different. Bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. Keep the weight back in your heel. Bend your knees, sit down a little bit lower, elbows down more, abdomen in, lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, second set. Bring your right arm under your left arm, pull elbows down, one day fingers below the nose, sit down just like chair pose, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg, hamstring over quadricep, cross twist, and eventually wrap the foot. So knees to the right, in other words, push your left hip forward. Move your left hip forward so your knees point in the same direction as your toes. Left hip forward, right shoulder forward, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, last one. Bring your left arm under your right arm, pull elbows down, stomach in, sit down, and bring left leg over right leg. So on this side, move your right hip forward, left shoulder forward. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle, weight in the heel. Notice if your hands are coming way away from your face. Bring your thumbs back towards your nose, sit down and lean back. Good. Change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. Lovely to be here with all of you. Okay. Let us continue. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana Janushrasana. For the next 3 postures, we balance on one leg. If you fall out, take a breath and hop back in. So you at least end in the setup of a posture. Standing head to knee, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg. So lift your kneecap, contract inner thigh, outer thigh, squeeze your left butt cheek. Lift your right thigh up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, abdomen in. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, start to round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. Standing leg should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. When you're ready, inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor, no higher, no lower. standing leg locked. If both legs lock, start to bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse. Out. Shift your weight to your right foot. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left thigh up. Point your toes. Flex your toes. Stomach in. Keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here or start to round down. And eventually pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, like you're about to help your best friend over a fence. You are welcome to start with your knee and thigh higher into your chest so you don't have to round down so much. When you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up so your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe. If both legs lock from the side, legs make an L like Linda, bend elbows down, touch your elbows to your calf muscles, keep coming down. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Everybody heel forward, hips forward, toes back. Change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or an even. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. That'll make your calf crampy. Lift your right thigh up, flex your toes back, engage your abdominal wall, round down, and pick up your right foot. So in the immortal words of Blues Traveler, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, suck your stomach in. When you're ready, slowly lift your right leg up. That's a new joke I'm very proud of. If both legs lock, bend your elbows down, stomach in the whole time. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly suck it in, suck it in, suck it in. Tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time. Slowly reverse out, step by step. Good. Shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left thigh up, flex your toes back, engage your abdominal wall, round down and pick up your foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. You want to move your hips forward, abdomen in, and when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Notice if your heel is turning in, that's the hip opening up. Bring your left heel to the left so the hips stay square. If both legs lock, bend elbows down, if elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you come out, step by step. Very nice. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body. Palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes. Take a breath, stretch out, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. At first, you just want to find a place where you can balance and breathe. Once you're feeling good, then you start to come down. Bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulders, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal. Simultaneous 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, kick really hard. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Very nice. Change. Slowly kick yourself up. Let's do the other side. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, thighs together. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch out, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. So slide the shoulders apart, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, and then see if you can drop the left hip down a little bit. And if you fall out when you're trying to rearrange the hips, I'm right there with you. It's a worthwhile goal, but sometimes we fall out of it a little bit. So left hip down, right hip back, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot, bring your left arm up, right hip forward, thighs together, lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Right hip down, left hip back. I know it's hard. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Push your chest forward. Keep your chin lifted, body down, leg up, kick and kick and kick. Change, slowly come up. Last one, left hand up, out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot, right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with the toes. Keep your chin and chest lifted. In this posture, you can let your abdomen relax. Slowly body down, leg up. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick, 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 kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, very nice. Come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together, inhale, arms overhead. Palms together, interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, and lean back. Step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes, and tilt like a seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, a big step, stretch up, stomach in and tilt. So suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, bring the chest down, chin forward, sorry, leg up. That's not gonna get old for me for a while, but it will probably is already old for you. Squeeze your palms together, body down, leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, second set, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, maybe other thumb, pinky finger on top, lean back, step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes, and tilt. Left hip down, spiral your inner left thigh up, abdomen in, move your left foot a little to the left, ankle in line with the hip, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, last one, here we go. Step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes, and tilt. So you are very much moving in real time and real space, working on your strength, balance, cardiovascular control, chest down, leg up, stretch, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. For the next three postures, we're going to balance on 2 feet. You're welcome to come to the top of your mat and turn to the right so that both feet stay on your mat. I will face you. Standing, separate leg, stretching, Dandayamana, Bikattapada, Hashimotonasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor, 4 feet minimum with the feet. Turn your toes in, heels out, lift your kneecaps, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. So everything lifting up, lift your hips up, lift your kneecaps up, lift your butt up, grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, grab the outsides of your feet or your pinky toes. If you can't grab your feet, put your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, lift your hips up, lift your kneecaps up, bring the weight into the balls of your feet without grabbing the floor with your toes. Pull, stretch, take a bigger step if you need to, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time, step your right foot back, arms over your head, and slowly with control, arms down. We all have that class where we're like, right, because like mind is somewhere else. Try to go in and out of the postures with a little bit of intention. Second set, I'll show you from the side, arms over your head, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, toes in, chest up, go down. Try to keep your wrists in line with your shoulders, back flat. Grab your heels, your outsides of the feet, or hands to the floor. If you've got a grip on your feet, try to bend your elbows back behind you, elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward. Push your big toes down, lift your hips up, lock your legs, pull, stretch, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Change, slowly come up, hips forward. Very nice, right foot back, arms up, and slowly arms down. Triangle Trikonasana, inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, 2 heels in line, bend your right leg and lunge. Can take a bigger or smaller step. Keep bending the right knee, try to get your right thigh parallel to the floor, lean back and move your arms at the same time. Right elbow in front of the knee, stretch down, aim your right fingers between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, or maybe lift your left shoulder up, touch your shoulder to your chin, profile of your face visible to the side of your mat. Push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, get your right side body off of your right thigh. Sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Okay, inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. You can rotate your right hip forward or take a bigger or smaller step if it helps you sit down. Lean back and move your arms. Left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling. Hover your fingers between your big and second toe, never quite touching the floor. Look up towards the ceiling, so right ear back, left ear forward, right shoulder up. Look up, make sure all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index finger, abdomen in. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Lift your left side body off of your left thigh. Turn, twist, lock your right leg. Keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, step your right foot back, arms up, and slowly arms down. So in this posture, we are very much trying to move our ribs and our chest. It's a spine twist, but for my flexi folks, sometimes rather than moving the chest, we'll move the arms. So make sure the arms are at 6 and 12 o'clock rather than one arm going all the way back. Show it in the second set here. I'll show you from the side. Arms up, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So you want the left arm, left fingertips pointing up to the ceiling. Notice if as you twist, the left arm goes behind you, right arm should be at 6 and 12 o'clock. Use your triceps, reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down, sit down more, abdomen in, chest up more, turn, twist upper body back without bringing the arm all the way back. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So again, just the elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingertips between your big and second toe, look up, stretch out. Notice if the right arm is leaning way back behind you, keep the right arm stacked on top of the left arm, and now bring your left rib cage forward. It's so hard. Right rib cage back, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and you float your arms down. Good for you. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikattapada, Janusharasana. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 feet minimum, at least 36 inches, maybe closer to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of your mat. Turn your back toes in. Push your left hip forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times beyond your flexibility. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, chin to chest, abdomen in, round thy spine. Try to touch your forehead and knee together. To touch your knee and head, you can bend your front right leg. You can take a bigger step. You can really press your chin to your chest, bring your forehead and knee close together, but never force your body. Eventually the spine rounds so much that the forehead comes onto the thigh. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. For today, abdomen in, focus on compressing the front of your body. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs. Walk your hands back together,
palms together, thumbs crossed, wrists straight. Change, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Make sure you still have at least a yardstick between your feet. Turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, peel your left rib cage back, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, chin to chest, abdomen in. Bend your front leg if you need to, touch your knee and head together. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your front left foot. Notice if one hip is higher than the other or in front of the other. For most people, left hip up, right hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms up, palms together, thumbs crossed, other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, press your left hip forward, right rib cage back, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your right foot all the way down. Can you tuck your chin to your chest and keep your jaw relaxed at the same time? So chin to chest, we often tense our jaw. Those things are related, but not like dependent on one another. You can relax your jaw and tuck your chin to your chest at the same time. It just might take a minute to form that neuromuscular pathway. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, left hip forward, right hip back, full stop at the top. Good, pivot, I'm gonna face you. Make sure your heels are in a line, but they're not crisscross. That'll make it really hard to balance. Turn your back toes in, wind your hips forward, palms together, even pinkies touching. Stretch up and go down. Arms with the ears, one day arms behind the ears. Pushing the head down, balance challenge. Keep your hands together just beyond your big and second toe. Right hip forward a little bit. Left hip back, abdomen in. Front side compression, throat choked. Eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest. Arms with your ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, Tadasana. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Hold on to your foot from underneath the foot with your left hand or even both hands. Touch your heel to your costume, your groin, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop into a half lotus shape. Never force your knees. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand up, palms together, namaskar. Elbows down, chest up. Take a breath. Good, change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, lift your right kneecap, and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume, slowly let your left knee drop. This side might feel a little or a lot different. Bring your left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up, hips forward, spine straight, lean back. Think about temporarily eliminating any curvature in your spine. Good. Change, left leg down. Option to do a second set of tree pose, just like we do all posture. Pretty much every posture is a second set, right? So you can always do a second set of tree, or you can try another fun posture called toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg up, lift your right leg all the way up, heel to costume. You can bring one or both hands together. Concentrate, meditate, abdomen in, fold forward, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knees, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, point your right toes, press your right hip forward, left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. If your foot is prone to sliding, hold on to your foot on the way down. Otherwise, bring your hands together. Pick a spot on the floor. You're working not just on balance, but on concentration, focus, meditation without blinking your eyes. Fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Oops, I just blinked. So we're learning Jedi mind tricks here, right? You're controlling your mind rather than having your mind control you. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, do or do not. There is no try. Come a ½ inch off your heel. The force is strong in this one. Good. When you're ready, hands to the floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, lying on your back. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle. We are on the floor for the rest of class. Woohoo! Okay, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed. Breathing normal, slow inhale, slow exhale. This has nothing to do with yoga, but it has been on my mind since I mentioned Blues Traveler, which is a band, right? And if you are familiar with the movie Anchorman with Rob Burgundy, aka Will Ferrell, I strongly recommend listening to the soundtrack if you've not before, because Will Ferrell as Rob Burgundy introduces every song on the soundtrack. So all of the songs that you hear in the movie, he like introduces as if he's his character. And when there's a Blues Traveler song, I just remember him saying, my favorite band, Blues Traveler. And then he goes, should I ever have a child, be they man or woman, their first name will be Blues Traveler. Blues Traveler Burgundy has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? It's brilliant. It's really funny. It has nothing to do with yoga. But if you've never listened to the Anchorman soundtrack with Rob Burgundy, it is quite a treat. Uttanasana when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, nice tight grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, hold still. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body and breathe. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. But I will say, I think what I appreciate about the soundtrack is most of the songs are pretty like famous, like you've probably heard most of the songs before. But what makes them fun is that he's introducing them, right, in a new way. So you're thinking of like Blues Traveler as like the name of Rob Burgundy's child, right? It's created in that way. And I think when we practice 26 into yoga on a regular basis, we kind of have to Rob Burgundy it a little bit, right? Like it's the same postures, but you're thinking about them in different ways or interacting with the postures in different ways, sometimes in not fun ways, right? Like when you're injured, when you're sick and you're practicing and you're like, oh, this isn't fun, but you do it anyways. Other ways and like really in fun ways, right? Like maybe I will name my firstborn child, be they man or woman, Uttanasana, Hancock. Bend your right leg up, second set, interlock your 10 fingers, probably not. Pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Bring your left foot a little to the left so that your ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder all run parallel to your spine like train tracks. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself another big squeeze your knees together and down, head on the floor. Keep your heels in line side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your heels, you line up your hips and by extension, whole spine. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back today, please skip the sit up, roll off to the side and meet us on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, keep your heels on the floor, thighs tight, glutes tight, stomach in, take a breath. Hold your breath, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Exhale, elbows to floor, exhale, forehead to knees. Good, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor below your shoulders, elbows point up to the ceiling, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, press your feet and hands down, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So this posture is a really wonderful way to strengthen your back and stretch through the front of your body, especially if you tend to look down and hunch forward during the day. This is your posture, right? We're opening up the front of the body. Keep the neck in line with the rest of your spine, feet together, lift your chest, change slowly, lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. So try to be just as careful about how you come out of postures as how you come into them, right? Going in and out easily with control. Of course, sometimes, especially when we're finding our edge or just when we're a little bit tired, sometimes we come out early or we flop out, right? Of course, that's normal, but try to make that the exception to the rule. The rule is you always want to come in and out with control. Locust Shalabhasana, bring your chin forward, arm straight position, flip your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, as best you can, right, left, one day pinky fingers touch. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. To a 45-degree angle, half of 90, see the foot come directly over the top of your head. Stretch your big toe back, lock your right leg, press your shoulders down. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Try to keep the sole of your foot flat to the ceiling. Hip and forearms stay in contact. Root down through your knuckles rather than your wrists. Change, left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Maybe bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, mouth down, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, you can do it. Struggle a little harder, don't give up. Try to keep the soles of your feet flat to the ceiling, not turning in. Roll forward, press your forearms, hips together, shoulders down, thighs up. Change, slowly lower down, bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on your mat. So again, when you're able, come in and out slowly with control, but also remember that there is no progress, there is no innovation without failure, right? Hopefully most of us have figured that out by now outside of yoga. It is true in yoga as well. There's no progress, there's no innovation without failure. So every once in a while, if you're flopping in and out of a posture, right, that's part of the process. Don't be afraid to look a little bit goofy sometimes, right? That's how we work deeper into the body, foster new neuromuscular connections, stuff like that. But just in general, know the difference between you're onto something and it looks a little goofy while you're going through it versus you're not listening to your body, right? You're holding your breath, you're flipping out of postures instead. A little bit of a nuance there. Second set, locust, bring your chin forward, arm straight position, bring your arms underneath you. One day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So again, hip and forearm touch, sole of the foot flat to the ceiling. This is really good practice for keeping the hips in line in balancing stick and standing bow, right? 2 hips in line. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. So if you can keep both of your hips touching your forearms here, then you know that it's possible to square off your hips in all one-legged postures. Lock your left leg, lift your thigh up, change. Left leg down, grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down, bring your arms a little closer, make up your mind, mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, knees together, lift both legs up, come up, everybody come up, thighs tight, glutes tight, triceps tight, shoulders down, forehead relaxed, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Change, lower down, arms out, look to the left, and let that one go. Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side, like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a jumbo jet taking off, just your hips on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Again, this is a really good opening through the chest and shoulders. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right and take a breath. So you inhale, try to expand the back of your body. So you exhale, let your shoulders fall. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift, everything lifting off the floor. This posture is so good for strengthening your back muscles, right? Anytime you're in back pain, locust pose, cobra, full locust, these are all postures that we want to do to get us out of pain. Again, you're just never forcing the body. Too much is too much, too little is too little. Every day is different, every body is different. Thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Tuck in your wings, look to the left, take a breath. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs. Grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Good, continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, point your toes, chest up, thighs up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, take a breath. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs. Grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, knees, feet together or close together to start. Point your toes, hold on tight, look up and kick into your hands. Good, this posture is a really good back bend, so a really great shoulder chest opener. And it's good for your digestion as well, right? You're balancing on your abdomen. Try to point your toes, engage your hamstrings, your glutes. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down. Look to the left and let that one go. Bring your chin forward, hands to the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat for fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. I'll show you the first set from the side. Open your knees, open your feet, start in tabletop. And as you're ready, walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until one day you can sit down between your heels. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in any pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is just perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up. Head up last, very nice, turn around. Savasana, let your legs stretch out. You wanna lie on your back. Whew. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed. One of my favorite awkward things about this style of yoga is because we become so conditioned for keywords, sometimes when I'm describing Savasana, if I'm heels together, everybody brings their arms over their head for the sit-up, right? Because we're used to that. It's funny how that happens. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good.
We're a little Pavlovian. Come towards the top of your mat, second set. Open your knees, open your feet. If first set was rough, try opening your knees wider. If first set was a walk in the park, bring your knees together. Slowly walk your hands back, point your toes back, sink your hips down. If you can sit down and your knees are touching the floor and you're not in any pain, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up carefully, head up last, turn around, Savasana. Heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Artichormasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, biceps with ears, stretch up and go down. You are always welcome to put one or both hands on the floor and walk yourself in. One day, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, in that order. Stretch your arms forward, sink your hips down. Try to get elbows and wrists off the floor. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. You can put your hands on the floor and push up or come up, arms with your ears. Very nice. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Wonderful. Second set, half tortoise. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. And if it really hurts to sit on your feet, you can always start standing on your knees. Arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. So can you touch your forehead to the floor before your little fingers? This is one of those things where you might flop for a while, right? Eventually forehead to floor, then little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, knees together, feet together, pinkies together, arms with ears, good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So notice not just what you're doing, but how you're doing it. Usually how we do one thing is how we do everything, which is so annoying, I know, but yoga is a really nice mirror into that, where we can be compassionate with ourselves, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat, Camel Eustrassen, our deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Place your hands on your lower spine, thumbs outside, fingers point down to the floor. Already you might feel an activation of your central nervous system as you open the front of your body. This is normal. When you're ready, look up towards the ceiling, lift your nose, lift your chin, and one day relax your head back. So if you start to feel a little bit dizzy, nauseous, or lightheaded, that's just the central nervous system turning on. You can stay right where you are. You're just gonna breathe through it. When you're ready, go back halfway, freeze in the middle. If that feels good, you can stay right here, or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back, look for your toes behind you. When you're ready, place your hands on your back first. Slowly push yourself up without twisting your spine, head up last. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So if you find that you're frequently having to come out of that posture early, or you have to like spin out of it or twist out of it rather than uncurl out of it,
that's not a sign that you shouldn't do the posture. It's just a sign that you should go a little bit slower. So second set, I'll give us some extra time because we are on time. You can go really slow with this one. Don't feel like you have to grab your heels in like 3 seconds, right? You can go slowly into the posture. Maybe you keep your hands on your back the whole time. Maybe you grab your heels, but I will give us some time to go slow. And I find that in many postures, often when we go a little slower, we actually can stay in it longer, which sometimes when you're practicing can feel counterintuitive, right? You're like, if I go fast, then it'll end fast. But actually, if you go slow, you can stay longer. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So notice not just what you're doing, but how you're doing. When you're doing, where you're doing, why you're doing. You can roll up your mat a little bit so there's extra padding under your knees. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still keep 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your waistbands, fine, and just go slow. One day, press your hips forward. One day, look up. Eventually, head goes back. You can stay here or go back halfway. Take your time. Freeze in the middle. You can keep your hands on your back or whenever you're ready. There's no rush. Right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward. Lift your chest up. Relax your head back. Be still and breathe. Okay, whenever you're ready, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. A really lovely Savasana, right? As you lie down on the hard, flat surface of your floor, of your mat, just envision your whole body stretching out, right? Tendons, ligaments, all that connective tissue just lengthening, realigning to the floor. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Enjoy the stretch. Good. Okay, come to the middle of your mat for rabbit, Sassangasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest. Stomach in, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Reach back, grab your heels, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and your head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, suck it in, abdomen in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra. Disc by disc, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. In the Bikram dialogue, there's a lot of mention of like stomach in, suck your stomach in, and I purposely try to stay away from that as a trauma-informed yoga teacher. If you are a yoga teacher, every class that you teach, you have to be aware of the fact there's probably at least one person who has experienced an eating disorder or disordered eating at some time in their life. I know the word like stomach or belly can be triggering, so I try to say abdomen as much as possible because that is a less triggering word. If any of what I said you just identified with in any way, right? Like when you hear suck it in, it's kind of funny, right? But if that's triggering in any way, just remember that we are using yoga not as a means to like lose weight or look like we could fit on the cover of a magazine. We are using yoga as a reminder of our inherent worth and our love towards ourselves. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. Sometimes we lose weight, right? But that's the byproduct, not the goal. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, chin to chest. Stomach in, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one. The head stays in place, press your feet down, squeeze your heels together, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, pull the abdomen in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat and towel, head to knee, Untitled right leg out to the top right corner of your mat, bend your left leg all the way in, inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, bend your right leg if you need to, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, engage your abdominal wall, bend your elbows down, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, chin to chest, forehead to knees. This is a nice way to round your spine and engage your abdominal wall. It's a compression posture, compression to the front of the body. Change, arms up, both legs out and in front of you. If you're skipping sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. Hashimotonasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. At first, your knees can stay bent, eventually legs straight or even locked. Puff up your chest, engage your abdominal wall, and start to fold forward. Stomach to thighs pull, chest to knees stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. One of the things that I love about yoga, and I think this style of yoga in particular, is I really do believe that it's for all like shapes and sizes and heights and ages and weights and all that stuff. And I think it's important that like we keep it that way, right? We celebrate, we're not all supposed to look the same doing the postures. We are each supposed to look like who we are practicing the postures, right? So you don't need to look like me. I don't need to look like you. We're just all trying to touch our damn head to our knee, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Second set, right leg out, left leg in, two legs, make an L. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy for you to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going. See if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Abdomen in, elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So this is really good practice for head to knee, standing head to knee pose without having to balance. Feel what it feels like to have your forehead on your knee, smiling at your belly button. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. You can stay here or lay down and sit up. Good, second set, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. You can pull your butt out from behind you if it helps you, it helps me. Stick it out, lift your chin and chest up and fold forward. Shoulders back, chest forward, flex your little toes back, pull, stretch, lengthen, eventually forehead and toes touch. Good, change, come up, turn around, Savasana. So all different body shapes can practice this yoga, but as a reminder, some postures are easier for some bodies and some are harder for some bodies. So again, if you have a long torso, you might be able to touch your forehead to your toes in that one, but the head to knee part is harder, right? So if you ever see somebody and they're like doing something and you're like, I want to do that. Keep in mind, it might have to do with their body proportions, and keep in mind, they are probably looking at you in a different posture and thinking the same thing. The way that this style of yoga in particular works is that there is no one body type for which all of the postures are easy, right? Different body types, different body proportions lend themselves a little bit to different postures. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Great, come to the middle of your mat for spine twist, Arnamat Gharasana. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner, right hand close behind you like a second spine, left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee all touch in one magical spot. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also wrap it behind you for a half bind. Keep your right foot on the floor, left knee on the floor, point your left toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your abdomen into the twist. Look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. Wee, bend your right leg on the floor. You can also keep your right leg straight. Left arm close behind you, thumb pointing in, fingers pointing back. Right arm up and over. Grab right knee with right hand. Look down. If you are sitting on your right foot, slide it out of the way, roll to the left, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or wrap it behind you. Keep right knee down, point your right toes, left foot down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder, twist and twist and twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Shavasana. Think back to earlier today when you maybe had that moment of like, should I come to yoga? I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit on my couch. I could, think back to that moment. We all have that moment, whether it's right before class or at the beginning of class or earlier on in the day when we're like, I don't know, right? Think back to that moment and then think back to right now. How good it feels, right? Just to move your body in time and space. Just remember that. Just put this feeling in your back pocket. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Middle of your mat and towel, final breathing. Kapalabhati, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce, but every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. This is a little bit easier for the diaphragm in this style of breathing. You're going to exhale through your mouth. And as you exhale through your mouth, you're going to snap your stomach in. Every time the abdomen relaxes, your lungs will automatically but subtly take in air. So the exhale is quite audible. The inhale is kind of subtle. The less you think about it, the easier it becomes, which is so cool, especially if you, like me, tend to be an overthinker. This is your yogic pranayama breathing, right? A Kapalabhati breathing. It is good for getting rid of the ego. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun and begin. Five, four, three, two, one. Sit up nice and tall, all 5 fingers together, pointing forward, arms straight, spine straight, shoulders down, chest proud, away we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Yay. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. It is 7:15 exactly. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. I think of final Savasana like a bread bowl, like have you ever had like soup in a bread bowl? Sorry, gluten-free people. If you've ever had soup in a bread bowl, right? Like, of course the soup is delicious, but the best part is the bread bowl, right? That thing that's like soaked up all of the stuff that you get to eat at the end. Final Savasana is kind of like that. Your body just like soaked up all of this positive messaging, all of this like twirling and whirling and right and left and back and forward and twist, twist, twist. And now you just get to soak it all in. Take a slow inhale through your nose. A slow exhale through your nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. This yoga is a gift that you have given yourself, right? To like give yourself permission to feel it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? It's a beautiful gift that you've given yourself. Nobody can take that away from you. Slow inhale through your nose. Let it all go through the exhale breath. You are so very alive.